some of our runners routing. If they start over in the forest, it's really beneficial because they'll be able to go up to the northeast or over to start where there is a lot of open caves. And well, look at that, we start right in the middle of the forest on an Armo screen. They're also going to be pushing 5 different Armo statues. One of them will house a free item, which they're going to hope is something really good, like the ladder or some type of combat weapon.
Indeed. Oh, and we got a door repair room, or a whammy, as I like to call them. But thankfully, because they don't have any rupees, they lose nothing.
Yeah, and it is a rather short door repair message. Just nope, which I'm sure our runners will be saying at some time during this randomizer seed. But basically, if it's short, it's a lot harder to up A. Up A is a way of quitting and saving. And if they up A before the message completes, they can actually save any rupees that may have cost them. And well, just another door repair message up at level 2. But Rick's just going to up A so he doesn't have to deal with those enemies below here.
Indeed. Pierpont found the letter not too long ago, and he's going to check along the coast. If we find the meat shop, 69 rupees, not too bad. Let's see what's on the coast here. And we have Fred!
Yeah, the heart container likes to just stay out there. It sometimes forgets that it is supposed to be randomized. So, luckily, we will probably see both runners pick up the heart just because it is so close to where the start is. It doesn't hurt to pick it up, especially if they get sort of closer to that magic sword threshold. They'll definitely pick it up to give themselves a better chance. And look at that large secret.
That is not bad. Yeah, that's pretty good. Anything over 100, you're in for a good time for the large secret, so that's pretty good.
Yeah, the large... And wow. So, I've been watching a lot of these bracket races, and I've been doing a lot of practice ones, and I swear that vanilla 100 secret has a warp spot 90% of the time.
Alright, so we're checking out where... Oh, we got one of them on the raft! Oh, no, never mind. That's the other one. Okay, my bad.
Yeah, actually...
spread of warps.
A good spread. Normally, this is the type of spread that you want, one that leads you various places in the overworld that allows you to traverse really quickly, especially if you don't find recorder early. This allows you to at least get across the overworld to where you need to be. And we find that our third Armo statue that Pierpont takes the death to is just another cave. So our Armos item is going to be either over where the blue ring normally is.
Okay, I think we got everything back online here. Hopefully you guys can still hear me. So, alright. I think we got everything back up here for us.
Hey, we're back.
Gotta love Discord sometimes. So, Rick is now on level 3. We found the location of the magic sword. And, I know Rick found the Triforce in 3, but he's still digging for the items. So now I gotta keep track of what items we found so far.
Yeah, and Pierpont also did just find level 8 southeast of where Vanilla level 6 is, so we do have another level on our tracker, but he has not found the wood sword yet, so he did not choose to dig at all.
Apparently not, so we'll see what happens as we go forward here.
Now, in all that cast, did we see the Armos item yet?
Oh, we now know the white sword item is the wand, and it's on Death Mountain.
Well, that's a good thing.
At least we got some knowledge here. And oh, nine rupees for the small secret. Not the worst I've seen, but certainly not great.
No, it's a little, just one lower than normal. With 4 small secrets, you really aren't too concerned about it, and Pierpont does pick up arrows early. So he's hoping that he'll find the bow soon. That will at least give him some other sort of firepower. And it does look like he's heading towards that desert shop, so he should be finding his sword here in just a few seconds.
That'll definitely help him get this party started for him. There it is.
Rick going back into 3, and he did not get the Triforce yet, but he is picking it up now, so that will give him his first Triforce. And he may elect to go back in once more to try again for the item, or he may just... Nope, he's going to continue on.
He's going to nope on out of there. Figures he'll come back if he needs to.
Yeah, I mean, it's not hateful to do that. He is... level 3 is right next to where they are starting, and it's just south of there. So... for him to leave and come back later, possibly once he has a little more firepower under his belt, is not a bad thing at all.
Find an arrow shop at Vanilla Start. 76 rupees for arrows. Not the best, but again, we'll see if it comes into play.
Yeah, Pierpont already does have his. He did buy him when he had the money. And, well, candle 71 rupees. That is absolutely horrible. Candles normally cost 60, so...
Yeah, Rick's already got his from a Take Any room, and I think he made the right call on that one.
Yeah, typically, if you don't know where a candle shop is, you will usually choose to take one from one of those gift shops, just because it really opens up your exploration. So, more money for Pierpont, another 25 medium secret. While Rick is checking out the forest and finds level 7.
Oh, nicely done.
So, 3 of the 4 levels we have seen so far are some of our bigger levels, and, well, of course, early on, if you see a staircase, chances are it's a transport like it is here. But Rick is going to take that and see where he leads, and he is in the far other side of level 7, so either 7's, well, hi Zelda's room, either 7 is severely linear or it is segmented.
Yeah, though level 7 is usually a large dungeon, so you never know.
Yeah, and it is
another Gleeok.
Yeah.
2 Gleeoks already, that's never fun.
another large secret for Pierpont. So once again, he is fairly good with rupees right now. And look at that,
ladder is
our
item.
item.
That is huge, because the ladder is one of those items that almost always comes up in dungeons, so having that early is going to be very helpful for Pierpont.
Yeah, it's one block that he does not have to worry about at all, and it also almost ensures that he is going to eventually pick up that heart over on the coast as well, because, you know, early ladder, why not pick it up? So,
makes sense to me.
Gets his final large secret as well, so he is now up to the maximum amount of rupees, so... Or well, one short of it. But if he comes across that blue ring, he will most likely have the ability to buy it. But we'll see if he chooses to purchase that or spend his money elsewhere. And meanwhile, Rick is finding the map and name that ink blot.
And it is segmented.
Barely, but hey,
yeah,
segment's a segment.
Indeed, and it looks like, you know what? I call that it looks like a snake.
Yeah, this one is just, it's hard to really do anything with. Like, I just don't know what to name it. Rick really playing chicken with these Landmolas here, using his bombs to try to take them out. If he's able to take out one, he can just leave the room and it will despawn the other one, but yeah, they're not playing nice.
No, they are not, as, oh, Pierpont finds another whammy.
Down to just the heads of both Landmola, and Rick is trying to clip into the block. He gets the block clip, so he is safe now. And actually gets a stored bomb drop off the Landmola as well. Well done there.
That is very tricky to do. And only get the few rupees for his troubles.
Yeah, unfortunately, he was killing that room to try to see if that was a push block, and it wasn't. There are actually going to be a total of 5 staircases in level 7. There's 2 sets of transports because it is segmented, plus the item room. So he is really hoping that that would be the item right there. And unfortunately, it takes a BMO beam right to the back of the head. Pierpont checking out level 1, and well, it's just nope.
Another whammy.
Typically, you want to get those out of the way when you don't have money, not when you have a full purse.
Yeah. Triforce. Oh, guarding a staircase. This could be the item for 7. What do we got? It's the power bracelet.
Well, so much from a power bracelet being super buried. Actually, a really quick 7, and Pierpont finally picks up his candle from a gift shop as well, and then takes a death degree while Rick picks up Triforce number 2 out of level 7. He will be moving on. And Pierpont finds level 3 as well. Now, if Pierpont's level 3 looks a little different from Rick's, it's because Pierpont plays on console and Rick plays on emulator, and emulator, of course, has quite a bit more sharpness in the colors and everything. So, I kind of like this on the NES, though.
Yeah, I think the colors work a little bit better. Like by the Grave, which we know is the location of the magic sword, which I believe we did see over on Pierpont's end earlier.
Absolutely, right next to the Arma statue up there. Rick just finishing up his Take Any Roads, and looks like he will be searching the rest of the Dead Woods before traversing up to the Grave, would be my guess.
Not a bad call there. Finds another meat shop. Pierpont already finding good use out of that ladder there in 3.
And Rick is actually heading up towards the Blue Ring Armos right now, so he's going to find his ladder very soon.
Provided he doesn't get killed by any enemies along the way, but yeah, that particular area is notorious for, if it has tough enemies, being a nightmare to get to. I've seen so many people die numerous times in that area. Yeah,
this screen alone is horrible because you automatically have the Armos that deal 1 HP damage each. He actually resets the screen to sort of immobilize them again, and there he has his ladder and takes the bot from the Armos.
Pierpont trying to get past this blue Lionel here so he can get to that heart container, and he takes a death.
Yeah, Lionels are so nasty, and it looks like the Lionels and the Dark Nuts sort of swap places, and I would rather Dark Nuts be in the Underworld, only because, at least with them, you can sort of do a stab to sort of get iframes to walk through them. Lionels, you really don't get that chance, because before you can even get close enough to them to do that, they'll usually be firing sword beams at you.
Pretty much. Pierpont decided to take the same route as Rick and just grab the Triforce and go.
And just like Pierpont, Rick finds the last of his 3 large secrets, so both runners have fully maxed out their purse. They will only be finding medium and small secrets from now on.
Which means they gotta be a little extra careful with their money spending, but you never know. And looks like, yep, Rick's gotta pick up his blue ring.
Yeah, not horrible. He definitely prefers the boost in the defense, and he knows what his strengths and weaknesses are, and he is very aggressive when it comes to combat. So having that little extra boost in defense is going to help him immensely. Whereas he does know his counts and everything, so not having it for possibly a bomb upgrade later on is not going to be detrimental to him.
Oh, indeed. Finds another money-making game over there at the back end of the Dead Woods. Gonna take on these gorillas, but because he is playing as a gorilla, they look like Link, and takes a death.
Yeah, Link's quite good with his boomerangs. They do a little bit more damage when he's using them as an enemy rather than as the, the protagonist. But Rick is going to just go ahead and check out a few more areas up here. We see another bomb cave, and well, that's kind of nice because it's just too north of where they start, so he will have easy access to bombs if he needs to purchase any.
Indeed, he's going to check over here in this particular bomb spot, finds another secret, he's going to pick that up. 25 more rubies in the bank.
Yeah, Rick actually did not check out any of the northeast here. Get snooped once again. Seems to be a common thing. We've found quite a few of those door repair messages so far, but he's probably gonna check the few remaining caves up here and finds level 6.
Ooh.
Well, once doing this, he'll probably wrap over to level 5 and then check out the waterfall and everything else. Pierpont does take a death in level 7 as well.
And it's a good thing Rick got that ladder, because level 6 is indeed ladder blocked.
Yeah, I gotta say, this is the first time I've played quite a few randomizers, even after the shuffling of the enemy groups, and this is the first time I've ever seen a room with 5 like and 1 moblin.
It's a very interesting setup here. Pierpont now discovering he didn't have to go very far to find the item and the Triforce. He's got to pick up his croissant and his triangle here very shortly. And we have a hint. Step over the water to reach the red candle. Well, we know that's not the coast item, so that means that there is a ladder area that might be blocking the red candle.
Yeah, it could very well even be in this this dungeon itself. Pierpont is out of level 7, and well, our runners are tied up again.
It's a very close race between these two here, but that's not surprising. I mean, again, we've got 2 really good runners between Pierpont and AdirondackRick, so it's going to be interesting to see where they go from here and what gambles do they make.
Pierpont bombing down along the coast right now to see what he can find down here. And we have level 2. Level 2 is actually
that might be interesting.
Yeah, that's a really nice level to find. First of all, because you don't really have to look for any staircases, then I'm just going to be laying out on the ground, and it's relatively small, so it's a lot less exploration than what Rick is going through right now in level 6. But, well, he has whiz ropes.
Oh, but he immediately takes a death. These enemies not playing nice. You got blue whiz robes, like you said. Never fun to deal with. Whiz robes in general, regardless of if they're red or blue, are neither of which are fun to mess with. And he's saying no thanks to that.
Yeah, blue tend to be the much worse ones to deal with, only because they are sporadic in their movement and they are quite a bit healthier than the reds. But speaking of healthy, those ropes are max HP, and they're annoying when they do not die in one hit because they sort of ricochet and just still, you know, take off at you. So they're quite interesting to deal with. And well, Pierpont has bombs, so he's back with for more tangos with ropes.
Gonna hope he can take these guys out with the bombs before they take him out. He's not doing too bad so far. Gets an extra heart to keep him going. Plus now he's got sword beam, so he can hit them from a distance, which might make the difference.
Yeah, in an open room like this, sword beams are actually really, really friendly, and gets awarded with the map. And well, it's a tortoise. Well, the head of
I'm not even gonna try to name that in plot.
Easy Triforce, and he does pick it up. Now, what that is going to do, unfortunately, is that it's going to reset that wizard room. If I was Pierpont in that situation, especially since he bombed over, I would have went ahead and explored a little bit more because he could have gotten into that Triforce room without having to kill any of the wizards again. And while Rick is just getting an embarrassment of bombs in this room.
No kidding. Kind of wish he had a bomb upgrade so he could take advantage of all those extra bombs, but nonetheless, he's going to keep exploring here and finds more moblins. They're just all over the place in this dungeon.
Yeah, the blue ones are max HP as well, not going down to a single bomb hit, so they have 5 HP, and well, hey, we have Rick's first heart pickup, so each runner now with 4 hearts instead of just 3 at about 20 minutes in.
Indeed, Rick not wanting to have anything to do with that Gleeok there. Unfortunately, there's nothing but tough enemies. You got Pulse Voices, Gleeoks, the whole shebang there. He is back to the beginning here. He's going to try a different path.
And level 5 for Pierpont, so yeah, a lot of these levels are coming to the runners now, so they are finding them a little bit easier. Rick gets the compass and learns exactly where the Triforce is. Looks like he's going... Well, never mind. He's already been across the compass, but he is not going to pick it up yet. He's going to continue searching for this item.
Fortunately, I don't think he can be here because that like is carrying a rupee, which would be a drop item in this case. So he's going to have to keep looking elsewhere.
Yeah, that is correct. Not to mention there's also a shutter door in here. So if the block still... If it would move, it would only open the shutter, so there's 2 things that tell Rick, yeah, it's not here.
Pierpont taking out that Aquaman, just going to play a game of Find the Bomb Hole. And comes up Bupkis.
Yeah, Bomb's not doing much in these dungeons right now. Rick has 4 keys, so he's okay if he wants to explore north there, but he is going to take the non-key route first. And we'll run into more Pulse Voice, because, you know, it's fun.
Yeah, everyone's favorite enemies. Everyone loves Pulse Voices. You know, those guys that take forever to hit unless you have arrows, and finding a bow and arrows in this game is always so easy to do.
Okay, so, actually quite interesting. We actually see 2 different strategies going on right now. Is going through, digging out level 6, trying to find the item, which level 6 is normally either the 2nd or the 3rd largest level outside of level 9. But he is digging for that item, whereas Pierpont is just collecting as many Triforces as he can, and will come back later, it seems, to a lot of these dungeons.
It is a bit of a gamble here. We have a staircase in 6. Could this be the item? Yes, it is, and it's the magic boomerang.
Yeah, that has to be really rough for Rick to come across after all that searching. But luckily, the Triforce is right by start, so he will pick up the Triforce. That is his 3rd piece. So we now have a 4-3 advantage on the side of Pierpont.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Even though he has the advantage in Triforce pieces, he's going to have to dig back in if any of those dungeons he's already completed has the bow and silver arrows that he hasn't grabbed yet.
Yeah,
right now, we only know the item in 1 of those 4 dungeons he's done.
Yeah, he is buying hints right now, and, well, he gets the 1 hint that he knows. That level 7 had the power bracelet.
Thankfully, he's going to make a little bit of his money back there with that small secret. And Rick is now heading up to the Waterfall Lake. Thankfully, only a single Octorok guarding it. I always hate when you got like 4 or 5 Lionels guarding that area. He's going to pick up some more bombs here from this blue ring shot.
And Pierpont finds level 4. So another relatively nice dungeon to find. It is a little bit shorter, and well, he can buy bombs here. So wow, 114 rupees for just 2 bombs. So that is the opposite of good.
Scam. That's a scam if I've ever seen one.
That guy must have a monopoly on the market to be able to charge those prices.
So basically, he's like an internet service provider. Oh!
So, Pierpont coming across some of these, stair ropes. You know, ropes on steroids. And, finds level 4. And level 4 does, not look too bad. It looks like it's giving us the okay.
Yeah, I see that. Okay. I get it. Pierpont gotta bomb him some Dodongos.
Rick, doing some exploration on Death Mountain as well, has a full complement of bombs, so it is not hateful to search. And, well, we find the item here in 4, and what do we got?
It's the bow! That is a big find, because he's already bought the arrow, so he's going to be able to use that right away. Great find for Pierpont.
So Pierpont's level 4 brought to you by the letter D.
Oh, and a rupee boss to boot. Get some nice ammo for those that freshly new bow and arrow he's got. And he's going to be able to put those use right away with these pulse voices.
Yeah, is going on a search for the Triforce, but he will not be disappointed to see some keys as well. Only having 2 right now, and knowing that, you know, key starved is a thing in these seeds, not a bad thing to find those on your way to a Triforce.
Indeed, Rick now checking more of Death Mountain here. Ooh, finds the other hint shop, but he has no rupees to spend them on.
He saw that 16 rupee hint, and he's like, oh, score, and then realized, well, I don't have any rupees at all.
Hashtag feels bad, man. There's the magic sword. Obviously, nowhere near enough hearts to play for that.
Absolutely. Magic sword normally taking between 12 and 14 hearts. Well, Rick and Pierpont barely have enough to even try for the white sword item, which Rick should come across up here on Death Mountain if we remember the hint.
That's true, and if 4 is enough, this could be big. Yep, there it is. Can he get it? No, he cannot. So he needs to find 1 or 2 more hearts to try again. Also, I love the fact the messenger can't touch this. No, you can't.
Yeah, and I'm sorry, Rick, the old man will not change his mind just because you enter a second time. And wow, this 4, I mean, Pierpont is collecting quite a few keys, but wow, it is giving him the runaround to get to this Triforce.
Yeah, no kidding. Finds more keys. There's a door right there. You want to try using that? Yeah, that's a good idea. Oh, hi, Aquamentus.
Now, Rick is going to come across the light here. He will dig through it a little bit as well after up-aiming for a heart refill. And one of the big things right now is... well, that's a big thing, too. A bomb or 2 keys. But Rick's going to spend 1 key instead, it looks like.
Probably the smart call there. If you can get around that, I think I'd rather get around that. Oh, hi, Patra.
Yeah, I don't really consider this...
the Triforce in 4.
I don't really consider this getting around, but... Oh, shoot. Well, that would have been bad.
Yeah, I think you made the right call there.
Oh, boy. So, level 8 is looking super friendly so far. Now, if you notice that door on the left that was locked originally, that is unlocked now. That is because... Rick spent a key to go right and then up 8. So the game registered, oh, well, he spent the key to come from the left. So, well, that door must be open. It's the same thing when we see runners enter and exit to open key doors. That is the same principle there.
Yeah, he's trying to be very careful with these red land molas here. They may be slower than their blue counterparts, but they're no less deadly as he gets the block clip, gets the other one, and then uses the room glitch to get rid of the other one.
Absolutely good play here, just to get through. And, well, we know this isn't going to be a staircase, even though the block pushes because of that shutter door, but it does allow him to continue on, and, well, another shutter door, so he's not even going to bother with this room.
No, which is good because they've got Pole's voices here. This is a little bit more reasonable here. We've got techs, we got fires. Those are easier to deal with. And there could potentially be a shutter door if this doesn't drop an item. Gonna grab his bombs. Good call there. Now let's see. Is this an item? Or at least a staircase of some kind? Nope. He's gonna keep going.
Pierpont is into level 6 now, so he will be doing some exploration. Now we know level 6 has no item of consequence as well. So we'll see if he does any exploration here. But we have yet to see level 1 or level 9. Quite possibly the two most important dungeons to find. Level 1 has 2 items and is very easy to clear. And, well, level 9 is level 9. But Rick might have a potential item here in 8.
Let's see if he finds it. There's 2 item staircases here, so let's see. Is this one of them? Yes, it is. It's the red ring!
So, you know, Rick bought the blue ring, so naturally he finds the red ring. And, yeah, he probably will continue searching for this other, oh my goodness, that red ring made his career really old. Look at all that white hair.
Oh, God. It's like something you would see out of Breath of the Wild with the white enemies you see at the end of the game.
Yeah, but Rick probably will search for the other item. He has been digging items, and, well, there is still a lot left to see that he may need, you know, the bow, the silver arrows, possibly the quarter raft, even. So, definitely worth digging out. Oh my goodness, look at this thing.
Jesus. What is up with these freaking dungeons?
I don't know about the rest of it, but I at least see a duck.
Again, I'm kind of seeing like a snake of some kind. It's weird. I keep seeing snakes, just like everyone else always used to see cactuses.
Yeah, if you look really close, though, you can definitely see the outline of 7 in this 8.
Yeah. That's one thing a lot of people don't realize is that how they make these dungeons work is they basically just kind of layer them on top of each other. So you'll see a lot of overlap in terms of, you know, you could kind of fit them like a puzzle.
Yeah, levels 1 through 6 share the same grid, so they'll sort of fit inside of each other, and then 7 and 8 share one half of a grid with level 9, so 7 and 8 kind of really fit snug in together, too. So, Rick finds one of these 2 sets of transport staircases here, and, well, he's greeted with a room of key choices. Now, if I'm Rick here, I actually choose to go down, but he chooses to go left instead. Down gives you access to a lot more rooms, while left gives you access to a Patra.
Yeah, brilliant choice there, Rick. Nicely done. Then again, down leads you to a red land mullet, but thankfully there's a bomb hole. You can skip right by that. And hello again, Patra!
Yeah, it is not a mere coincidence that he is facing all these Patras. The game basically groups bosses in 3 different groups. One group is the Dongos, Aquamenus, and Tigdogger. The other group is Goma, Manhandla, and Gleeok. And the final group is actually Patra with Ganon and Zelda. Yes, Zelda is actually considered a boss in this game. But because of that, when Patras make their way into levels 1 through 8, well, all the enemies end up being Patras. So, yeah, level 8, where there's a lot of bosses, say hello to a lot of Patras.
Yeah, that's usually how level 9 tends to work out, and yeah, that's never fun.
So Rick, taking his time with these Pole's voice, wants to get up through the neck of what I'm calling the duck, and, well, it's fine, because Swag Duck can make his appearance in Z1 as well. And wow, look at that level 6
wow. Good looking that Gleeok to get to the staircase. Everybody gets through.
Yeah, I just must be seeing a lot of birds today, because I see a penguin here.
Yeah, I can kind of see it.
And oh my goodness, that actual staircase.
It's a trap! There's literally the only way he could technically go is to the right, but that's where the staircase is, so that can't be a bomb hole. Yeah, that's a dead end.
Rick just getting frustrated and walking into the shutter door without bothering killing that last Pool's voice. Hopefully it
won't
comes
come over to him,
his way.
so yeah, that's the problem. He keeps going up and down. There we go. Come on. Come on. Just gotta jump over the blocks. Come on. There you go. And don't get back over here!
Now this is one area that Pierpont is going to have a massive advantage when he comes to level 8. He has the bow and arrow, so this room would have been cleared out a good minute ago. But finally, Rick does get through the Pool's voice and gets up into the neck. And
only to run into a Patra in the next room.
All these reverse C's, and well, none of them can be item rooms because of all the shutter doors.
Also, someone suggests replacing a Patra as a boss with 100 blue Rizrobes. Are you out of your mind?
Yeah, we've already tempted Fred with a bunch of different boss variants of the Patra. My favorite one is, in particular, the Patrobe, which is just a main Patra with a bunch of Wizrobes circling it instead.
Oh, good God, you people are evil. Alright, we're finding another transport staircase. So he says, no thanks for that. I want items, dang it.
Yeah, he's actually cleared out mostly all of level 8 at this point. He is tanking these Moldorms, or Lamola is trying to get through, possibly finds the item here, and he does, and it is the Tootie Flute.
The recorder.
So Slag Duck holds the recorder.
How ironic.
Seems appropriate.
Also, I gotta comment, Cyberchow X, I saw what you did there. I get the reference.
And luckily for Rick, he has the confidence. He knows that he is right by the Triforce. He is clearing out, gets a key, but he doesn't have any bombs to get up there.
Ugh. Oh, how fortunate then. There just happens to be some bombs right next door.
So Rick is finally done with level 8. He will grab his Triforce and go on. We'll see if he checks Recorder Lake. Very increasing odds that level 1 or 9 might be behind there.
And Pierpont finally finds the good old inferior model and says, yeah, no.
Rick, checking out level 6, gets 25 more rupees for his trouble. Now, still probably will not be able to get himself up to a bomb upgrade at any point, but it is not necessarily a bad thing that he is collecting these rupees because he may come across the need for the bow at some point. So, yeah, don't be surprised if Rick does buy arrows at some point.
Yeah. Still need to find those silvers because we don't know where they are. We still have several levels we have not confirmed items in yet, many of which we've already cleared. Level 3 being the biggest example of that.
Now Rick is clearing out this screen, which tells me he's either hunting for bombs like this. He's either gonna... Okay, he is heading to Recorder Lake first. I was gonna say he's either gonna head to Recorder Lake or he's going to World Rock to get that heart container. But he is heading up towards Recorder Lake to see what is under there. If it is level 1 or 9, this is going to be a big boon for him to have that piece of information.
Absolutely. Let's see what we got here. And it is... Nope, just a blue ring shop.
Well, that's rather disappointing.
I know, right?
Raft, you are our last hope. Rick, gonna go ahead and explore the coast here. Now, Pierpont did find level 2 down here earlier, but he got the Triforce and quickly left because, well, level 2 is infested with Wizrobe, so we'll see, well, no, we won't see any of level 2 yet on Rick's side because we had that short hiccup, but now he is in level 2. We'll see what the item is, and here eventually.
And Pierpont deciding whether or not he wants to leave a ring in that, leave his keys in that mug room. He's like, yeah, no thanks. Good call.
Yeah, may have opted to leave one of his bombs because he did get that, you know, lousy 2-bomb upgrade. But opts instead just to open up that key door on the left and try to traverse through that way. And unfortunately,
Rick now trying to deal with these blue rubs, but they're, of course, even with Red Ring, these guys don't play nice.
Yeah, they still deal half-hearted damage even with Red Ring, and well, with only, you know, 4 hearts, they can deplete your health still really, really quickly.
I'm gonna work on using get the heart. There you go. And there's your map.
Now let's see if Rick does the same thing. Remember that Pierpont grabbed the Triforce out of here immediately and left. Well, Rick just Y-forced himself. And oh no, he's gonna do the ladder clip to get around it.
This is a very tricky ladder clip here.
Yeah, having to pull off the double ladder clip, but that is the correct call. That is an easy run to clear out, and now he does not have to deal with the 3 Wizrobes again to get further north in the dungeon. So we'll see if there's anything of interest here in level 2.
Nicely done with those blue Lionels staying just off to the side so they can't hit him with their sword beams. And he gets to keep searching on forward, looking for that item. And oh, jeez!
At least they do go down to 1 bomb, so they're not beefy to bring back the word of last night.
Yeah, thank the Lord for that, because...
Yeah, they're actually really, really squishy. Only 2 hits to take 1 down, so that's actually not a bad room at all. This one is...
And now... Oh, jeez, this little dungeon is just not lighting up.
And Rick is actually, when he's spawning these Wizrobes, he's standing on the half tile, so he is getting all types of weird spawns on them rather than hopefully lining some of them up for a quick bomb drop or anything like that. Normally what you want to do is stand on a tile while they spawn and then move to the half tile so their beams can't hit you. But does manage to get through, and oh my goodness, he gets Y-boomeranged.
Hey, you know what? At least it's Lord Banana, so it's okay.
You haven't met me, have you?
Apparently not.
But Rick does go ahead and grab his Triforce out of level 2, so he will be moving on. While Pierpont does find the red ring in level 8 as well, so he now has that nice damage buffer. And he at least has 6 hearts. He will be able to pick his wand up when he explores Death Mountain too.
Ah, there we go. Finds to take any room there for Rick.
So, thinking back, we have not seen the item in level 3 yet, have we?
No, we have not. Here, let's go ahead and, since we're about 45 minutes in, let's go ahead and give a quick early item rundown. Here's what we know so far. The Armos item is the ladder. The Coast item, as Rick is about to pick up here, is the heart container. White sword item is the wand. We don't know what's in level 1. Lord Banana is in level 2. We don't know what's in 3. Bow is in 4. 5 we don't know. 6 is the magic boomerang. 7 is the power bracelet. And 8 is the red ring and the recorder. And obviously we still don't know what's in 9 yet.
Yeah, raft might be a relatively important item, so we may want to return back to level 3 soon. To see if we can find that. Rick still has to find level 4, and unfortunately level 4 is at a location that we refer to as the Forgotten Spot because, well, a lot of runners forget about it. And normally, when they forget about it, it's something important.
9 times out of 10. And of course, Rick does pick up his wand now that he's got his 6 hearts, so he's going to have a little extra offense to work with here to go with his good defense. Alright, so Rick trying to screen scroll now. It looks like he's going to no, he's going to screen scroll over to the graveyard area, or the rep back into the mountain. Nope, couldn't quite pull it off. Pierpont now got to find his recorder. Probably not what he was looking for, but he'll be happy to have that. Rick's trying very hard with these blue... There he goes, he gets across. Those blue dark knights were not making it easy for him. Right now, to check the back end here of Death Mountain, and finds another take any room. Hey, there we go, more health. I'll take that. As Pierpont picks up his Triforce and he is down to 1 Triforce. He just needs to get the one out of level 1, and he is all set to go. Aside from getting the silver arrows. But the thing is, we don't know where level 1 is yet. Okay, both our runners now checking different spots. Most of them are pretty much right up in the Death Mountain area. As Pierpont now gets his wand, so he's going to have his defense as well. So they're both pretty evened up here in terms of items. Except that Rick needs to go back to level 4 and get that bow. Rick now searching around here in the woods area. It's over near Vanilla Start. Pierpont now checking some of the same areas Rick just checked over here in the Death Mountain area. Oh, we've got another push block here. Let's see what we find. And another take any room. More health. Hey, I'll take that. Oh, this is certainly looking a little bit more healthy now.
All right, yeah, I come back and Rick has 8 hearts, so that is a lot better because, well, it's the equivalent of 32 hearts. And he is heading in the general direction of level 5.
Indeed, he does need to get the Triforce out of 5. He's going to check some more spots here. What do we got here? Just a secret. And Pierpont heading back into 3. He's going to try to see if he can farm the item out of there now that he's got some more health to work with.
Yeah, and as I said, very, very possible that it is the raft, and raft may be required, it very seemingly so here. Rick does find level 5, so we'll see what he can find in here, and, you know, Pierpont just taking the hits from the Patra to move on.
Yeah, a bit of a risky play, but it might be the better idea in the end. So again, these are 2 levels we don't know the items in. Either one of these could be a big play here. We'll have to see what happens. One of them could have the raft, the other could still have the silver arrows if they're not in level 9.
Yeah, remember that one also has 2 items yet, so one could have the silver arrows as well. But yeah, just it's buried somewhere.
Yeah, indeed. Unfortunately for Rick, he's probably going in here looking for the bow, not knowing that the bow is in level 4. Thankfully, he has to go back for it. Finds another bomb upgrade. That's the one I think Pierpont found earlier, but unfortunately he does not have enough rupees for it.
Yeah, Rick not only needs to go back to level 4 for the Triforce, he actually needs to go back, he needs to find level 4 to begin with. And level 4 is not in a nice spot, so he needs to realize where he hasn't checked yet.
Very true. There's the compass for 5. Triforce right above him. Is he going to grab it and go, or is he actually going to look for the item? Looks like he's going to kill the enemies. He's going to grab the Triforce and go. Nope. He's going to keep searching for items. Not a bad call. We still don't know what's in 5, so if you find something good here, that'll be big. Gets more bombs there. Pierpont's still trying to dig... Or actually, he's heading out of level 3. I don't think he found anything. Got a Rubus Stalfos here. Possible push block.
Yeah, that's one thing that we really didn't cover much is there are a bunch of different rooms in these flags that can potentially have a push block. Anything that has blocks in that middle line there that are by themselves are capable of being pushed to open up staircases or shutter doors.
Also, someone in the chat was asking what exactly is the randomizer in terms of what things are randomized. Basically, for Zelda 1, this randomizer, this particular mod randomizes the items locations, the enemies that are on the overworld and in dungeons. They randomize the dungeon layouts, which we call shapes. They randomize the enemy's health, what bosses are in what dungeons, a whole bunch of different stuff.
Yeah, basically, at this point, Fred has the randomizer to the point where it's easier to ask what isn't randomized, and the answer to that is nothing. So, yeah, and we find, well, the shapes in this seed are just hilarious.
I'm telling you, man, holy cow. This one looks like a slug to me.
Yeah, I definitely see slug. I was either thinking slug or Gerb definitely let stuff go.
Oh, God. Don't let my wife hear that. She's a big Gur fan.
Everyone's a Gur fan.
Oh, blocked up by a leave any room's gonna have to leave a bomb behind.
Does bomb up, but, you know, could have gotten to this room either way, but just decides to eat the bomb and continue on. Gonna kill some bunnies, and hopefully this will be our item room.
Ooh, I like what crossed up on worm from the worm series, like Worms Armageddon and all that.
Yeah, that works. And well, we only have our transport case here.
Deep Pierpont finding another take any room. We're gonna get his 8th heart now.
When you look at that, it leads one room north, and it is a complete troll staircase.
Wow, that is evil.
So that is our second troll staircase of the seed. We have not even hit level 9 yet.
Checking every room you can for anything. Oh, this might be something here. Got a bunch of wires blocking a potential push block.
And it seems... I think Pierpont is going to check the desert push block, and the item in 5 is the any key. Definitely not what Rick wanted to find, but it is useful nonetheless.
Yeah, that's one of those items never required, but always good to find, especially if, you know, if they end up finding a key star of level 9 and a lot of locked doors, that could come into play. I've seen races determined by the any key.
Well, what that tells me is that level 3 has to have the raft at this point, unless there is a spot that level 1 is that neither runner has checked yet.
It's highly likely at this point is Rick's going to pick up his Triforce in 5 now. So for Rick, he needs to go back into level 4 to get the bow, and then back into 3 to find the item there and see if that indeed is the raft.
Brondamp, your question about any tips on non-buffered screen scrolls and block clips. For non-buffered screen scrolls, I say the best tip if you're running on an emulator is actually draw a mark or put a piece of tape on your monitor where that pixel is until you get used to the pixel that you need to hit for the screen scroll. That is my best trick. For block clipping, it's just practice. And Pierpont looks like he's heading back to level 2. Unfortunately, he's going to find the not much desired wooden boomerang there, and Rick is going to buy some hints, which aren't going to help him.
Yeah, the only hint he gets is the one he's already found.
Gonna head over to 1, and well, we know that 1 has nothing much.
Less than nothing.
And Pierpont taking a death over to those wizards again in level 2. As you said, even with the red ring, those wizards do not play nice, especially when you only have 3 hearts. So, Rick is going to eventually make his way across level 4. He will find the bow over here, which will make him super happy. But then he'll realize, I still don't know where 1 is. Pulls out his wand for a little easier time, and well, Rick comes across the other bomb upgrade and still does not have enough rupees.
Yeah, that was the one we saw. That was the one that Pierpont got earlier that just completely backfired on him. So probably a good idea that he doesn't have the. It's probably a good thing he doesn't have the money for that.
Yeah, and the even more interesting thing is Rick would have actually had enough if he wouldn't have bought those hints. So that's kind of interesting, and he does get the okay from level 4 as well. And Pierpont is in the boomerang room right now. He just has to clear out a bunch of red wisdoms first.
Indeed. And also, just looking at it, the maps for levels 4 and 2 look very similar. Just like reversed.
Yeah, 5 and 6 look very similar. 2 and 4 look very similar. 7 and 8 look very similar. So, yeah, really interesting. And Pierpont is now heading again into level 3.
At least he's trying to, if the enemies wouldn't get in his way.
Yeah, the damage boost across the entry is kind of nice. And wow, look at that 3 already.
So this is the moment of truth here for Pierpont. What is the item in 3? It's most likely the raft, but we don't know. If it's not the raft, then that means there's an that means that 1 is not raft blocked and it's hiding somewhere that we haven't checked yet. But we have almost completely run out of locations.
Yeah, he does have an open door up there quite a ways into 3 that he didn't check before. So he will most likely make a beeline for that area to see if that houses the item. I can say with about 99.9% certainty that this is going to be the raft in this room, and level 1 and 9 both potentially raft blocked.
And there it is, indeed, you called it. There's the raft in 3. He's going to up and A out of there, and he's going to start checking some raft spots.
Absolutely. 2 to check. The one here on the coast is a lot easier. We'll see if this is one of the dungeons. I believe, as I said, that both are raft blocked at this point. So we will see which one it is.
All right, let's see what he finds. Is it 1 or is it 9? Is it 1 or is it 9?
There's the pause, and it is 9.
9.
And it is in its bubblegum pink glory.
So that means 1 has to be at the other raft spot over there by vanilla level 1.
Pierpont making a quick toot to bring out the tornado, and heads up to where level 6 is. It looks... Okay, he's actually going to 5, so...
Yeah, 5 would be a little easier to get to there.
Rick grabs his Triforce out of 4, so he unfortunately has to make the trek back into 3 as well to get the raft. I believe he has checked most of the overworld as well, so he's like, I need the item out of 3.
Yep, he's got... They've both got the same amount of Triforces, and it's only the raft separates the 2. And Pierpont got to pick up a red potion to make sure he's got some safety, considering how brutal this seed has been.
Yeah, red potion with where he is in hearts, definitely nice. And level 1, it does have 2 quick items. The 2 most beneficial items, well, the 2 remaining beneficial items are going to be the silver arrows and the white sword. So I'm sure Pierpont hoping that he comes across both of those items in this dungeon.
Indeed, he's going to be looking for 2 items. One will be on the ground, the other one will be in a staircase, so that's what we're looking out for here. So he's got to be clearing enemies until he finds the ground item. But he's going to skip that room because, oh, we got white sword! So there's one of the 2 items he was looking for. Now he just needs to find the other one, and oh boy, we've got it. We've got a manhandler here. He's going to try to use that wand to do some damage to it. Not playing nice. There he goes. Is this a push block? No, it is not. Keep moving on. Now it's time to play a game of Find the Bomb Hole. Oh, he finds one. And there's the compass. Triforce is directly to the left. He's going to go, or to the right. He's going to go to the left because he wants to find that other item.
Yeah, definitely hoping for the silver arrows in here. Now we still have the... Wow, that is a linear one.
Ay, ay, ay!
We still have the red candle and the book as the other potential items. Now, I did not see a ladder block here in level 1. Remember that it said, you know, cross the ladder, cross the water to obtain the silver, the red candle. So, I would say there's a 50% chance that, or 66% chance that, the other... No, my math's wrong. A 50% chance that the silver arrows are here.
Well, we're about to find out. He's in there. He's found the room. What's in here? It is... red candle.
Okay, apparently there was a ladder block that I didn't see. Oh, that might have actually been a ladder block to get the raft to potentially get to.
Yeah, that was the raft hint. It was just barely poorly written, unfortunately. So he's going to get his Triforce in 1. That means we know the book and the silvers are in 9.
Which is actually great news for Rick, because he is a little bit behind here. He still has to get the raft out of 3. But silvers being in 9, well, that gives even more potential for him to catch up.
Indeed. All right, so Pierpont is going to head to level 9. So here's what he's going to be looking for. He's going to be looking for 3 things. Obviously, we know he's looking for the silver arrows. He's also going to be listening for the Roar of Ganon. If he hears it, he will be 1 room adjacent to the beast. He will also be looking for a single shutter door that, even after clearing all the enemies, does not open. That will be the location of the princess. After he defeats Ganon, that door will open even if there are enemies in the room. He'll also be looking out for three hint rooms with 4 potential hints, provided they aren't mixed hints and Ganon troll hint. 1 will tell him the location of the beast, 1 will tell him the location of Zelda, 1 will tell him which monsters got rupees guard the compass, speaking of. So a rupee boss is the compass. And the 4th will be the location of the silver arrows, which in this case is actually useful. And that's, of course, provided that none of those are replaced with community hints. Now, since we have this, let's go ahead and give you a quick item rundown as he's making his way through level 4. Oh, there we go. Southwest of Skull. Wow, all the hints right next to each other. That's really cool. All right.
Yeah, and it's also kind of forcing his hand in which way he has to go. He can't go right, can't go up. So, left it is.
Indeed. So let's give you guys the full item rundown since we now know where all the items are. The Armos item is the ladder. Coast item was the heart container. White sword item was the wand. Level 1 had the white sword and the red candle. Level 2 had Lord Banana. Level 3 had the raft. Level 4 had the bow. Level 5, the any key. Level 6, the inferior model magic boomerang. Level 7, the power bracelet. Level 8 had the red ring and the recorder. And we know level 9 has the silver arrows and the book.
Rick did get his raft headed over, so where level 9 was, and now he is whistling to head over towards level 1. So he will get in there, most likely get both items, because I wouldn't see why he wouldn't dig them both out at this point. And then he'll be on to level 9 as well. The question is, by that point, will Pierpont have found the silver arrows?
This is a very good question. Bear in mind, though, level 9 is called the Great Equalizer for a reason, and Rick is not that far behind. He could get it. He could catch up if things go bad for Pierpont.
Now, normally we would say that one advantage that Rick has is that he has the anti-key, but with 10 keys, Pierpont is not going to worry about that. He has a good supply of bombs as well. Is taking on this Patra right now. The thing is that Patra may be required to clear out. That may be one of our staircases that we need. So, choosing not to fight Patra right now may cost him if he doesn't do it soon and something is under there.
You never know. He's weighing his options here, deciding which way he wants to go. There's another staircase. Give him where it's at. Let's see what he finds. Just to transport. And it looks like that transport didn't even take him very far either.
Nah, there's a total of 14 different staircases that you're going to run across in 9. 6 of them are transport staircases, which is, well, you know, just not fun at all. But, well, we have another Patra, and this one is not going to lead us to anything because there is a shutter door in here.
Indeed, he also found the bait block, which replaced one of the hints, the last of our 3 hints. So, unfortunately, he is not going to be able to find the location of Ganon or Zelda. He only knows where the compass is, or what's guarding the compass, and the location of the silver arrows. So the rest of it is all a big guessing game.
Rick saw the other item, decided, well, I don't need that because it's the right candle, and is heading back to get his Triforce, chasing down that fairy first, but he will pick up his Triforce and then he will be on to level 9 as well.
And ladies and gentlemen, neither of our runners are technically in go mode because they need the silver arrows to do that. So that's why I have not made a call at this point.
Piercing Mountain, yes. Rick knows that silvers are 9 because he has seen every other item. Pierpont technically doesn't because he did not see the Aniki in 5.
Oh, wow. That is a troll if I've ever seen one there.
Now, if Pierpont wanted, he could actually get around that. He could do a reverse clip and walk around and do all those snazzy things to get around that clip. But that room south of that that turnstile room, as I like to call it, will have another entry because every room has to be accessible in that instance. You will never be required to do block clips and stuff like that to progress in a seed.
Problem is that there's no bomb hole, so it's either up or down.
And he decides to up A anyway. So Rick gets the rupees guard the compass, and he heads left. So he does not get that hint north start.
Indeed. Sports Hefe, I had to correct you. We found arrows southwest, not the beast.
Was it arrows? I forget
it
what
said
he
silver
said
arrows. I know for a
Okay.
fact it said silver arrows. Oh, uh-oh, ladies and gentlemen, here's Ganon! And that is not what Pierpont wanted because he does not have the silvers. He cannot initiate this fight. He's going to find a bomb hole and get out of there.
Luckily, he can bomb out of there and bombs into a staircase. This might be very interesting if this leads him to the southeast and he is able to get silver arrows this way. He is in the southwest too, so yeah, that's a thing.
That actually worked out in his favor. And there's our rupee boss. Could this be where our Triforce is, or compass is? No, it is not. And now the race is on. AdirondackRick is now in level 9, so it's a matter of who takes the right route to get to the silvers and then finds their way to Ganon. Thankfully, Pierpont has the advantage of knowing where Ganon is now. And then it's a matter of finding the princess.
Pierpont not having any luck yet. We'll spend this key to head over and has to spend another key yet, but he has searched a lot of this southwest already, and well, Rick just found Ganon too. Big thing for Rick is, well, Rick didn't find Ganon, he found Zelda, but regardless, he up A's. Big thing for Rick is he's down to 1 bomb right now.
This is where that game of resource management comes into play here. You got to manage your resources very carefully if you want to make sure you can clear out and find everything.
And here is potentially the silver arrow, so we'll see if Pierpont does find them right here.
It's a staircase.
You got a push block?
Is it an item? Yes, it is. And
it is.
Oh, it's the book! Not what he was hoping to find.
Oh, goodness. I have to tell you, as a runner, seeing that item staircase and then seeing the book pop up, it's one of the worst feelings that you can come across. Now we do have another possible room right here. We'll see what this one is.
Yeah, let's see if it has it. It's push block. It's a staircase. And there they are! Ladies and gentlemen, for PierpontLempkin, you know what time it is? It's Gomo time.
Rick, looking for a way to get down to the southeast, is going to clear out this Patra, hoping that it contains some sort of staircase. Does get it to stick in its compressed mode, which is how you want that Patra, and it is a troll because there's nothing there.
And now Pierpont going immediately to Ganon. Now that he can do so, 8 hits with the white sword will be enough to put the beast down once he fires that silver arrow. And he's going to use his potion here to heal up. It means he'll have more than enough health to handle this with that red ring. He is in good shape here.
Yeah, it took actually 2 really, really fast high roll drivers, so it's good that he had his potion out so he could immediately use it. He was down to 1 heart. Now it's just a quick dance, and hopefully, yep, he has, again, in a stun lock here. Almost had the hits. Up to 7 right now, so 1 more hit on the beast. If you can find the beast.
Yeah, a little inside info for you as we get our bacon here from Pierpont. Contrary to what you might think, Ganon is not just teleporting randomly. He is actually moving. And I've seen people do practices where they turn off Ganon's invisibility, and you don't want to see what he looks like. He looks like he's having a seizure when he moves around the map.
Yeah, basically he follows a set pattern in relation to where Link is. He will teleport in a set number of tiles, so you can sort of predict his pattern. If you stand in specific spots, you know exactly where he is going to go, and it tends to actually favor a figure 8 pattern, but you can sort of manipulate that and expect where he's going to go using that knowledge. And it looked like he does have the direct path to Zelda. He did see her earlier, I believe. So he is making a beeline for it, it seems. And Rick is still trying to find his way towards the silver arrows.
Yeah, this was a close race in the end, but unfortunately not close enough. Pierpont pretty much had a good enough lead that he was able to make up the lost time.
Oh my goodness. So I believe that those silver arrows were able to be gotten if you click just like Rick just did. Depends if he can actually bomb to the left here. He can, yeah.
He's gonna get his
silvers.
silvers.
Get the silver arrows by doing that reverse clip.
Unfortunately, it's too late because Pierpont has found the princess. And ladies and gentlemen, Pierpont is finished with an official SRL time of 1 hour, 13 minutes, and 59 seconds, right as Rick finds the silvers.
Get out your GGs, everyone. So imagine that the 2 paths to the silver arrows are a reverse block clip in the turnstile room or bombing through Ganon's room.
What's worse for Rick is I don't think he ever saw that room where the shutter door is, so he doesn't know where Zelda's hiding.
No, he was up in that area, but I don't think he ever went far enough to see where she is. But he is heading right over towards he's heading towards Zelda right now. Of course, he wants to slay Zelda.
All right, so it looks like Pierpont will not be joining us for an interview, unfortunately, but congratulations to him regardless. GG's for him. Nicely done.
So Rick has completed the task of slaying the beast. Now he needs to restore chaos to Hyrule by finding Ganon. So he will be making his way back up that way.
He's in the general vicinity. He just needs to go up in the right direction, and he'll find him.
Very nice clip there to get around that block. Seems that he does have, or did have a path there. Picks up bombs just in case he needs them. Takes the staircase. And where will this take him? Back to the right. Well, there's the rupee boss. But
no, it's not. Not the one we're looking for, though. Yeah. But it takes him right... Oh, there's the compass. And now he knows where to go.
So, level 9 with 3 rupee bosses. Amazing.
Yeah, impressive.
Fortunately, we don't know if this is the way over, and it is not.
It is not. He's going to have to find another route. He's going to up an AAC to start and try again.
He did see that room that had that little jut out to the left there, so I believe he knows where he needs to get to. He just has to remember how to get there. Making quick work of these, well, was making quick work of the Lionels. Now takes him out and takes his transport staircase. Seems like he has a good idea of where he is going, so there he is, just south of Zelda. Will make his way left and up. The meat doesn't quite guard the princess, or Ganon, but there we go. Rick has finished his official SRL time, 1 hour, 18 minutes, 41 seconds. Get your GGs out.
We'll see if we can get Rick in here. And Rick now joins us here on the channel. GG, Rick.
Thank you.
So how you feeling after that race?
Being eliminated isn't necessarily a fun feeling, and handed off to Pierpont. I know he was going to be a tough competitor, and I knew I had a really rough beginning.
Very true. Truth be fair, you guys were back and forth the entire race. There really was no clear advantage until near the end, when he ended up figuring out the raft that was needed for levels 1 and 9. So it wasn't you weren't that far behind to begin with.
Yeah, that raft, and I was running out of spots, and I should have went back into 3 a lot sooner, but the idea of wish robes in 3 early on, I didn't really feel like going in there until I had to, and ended up costing a lot of time.
Yeah, if it makes you feel any better, he was hesitant to go back into 3 for the very same reason. It was a rough 3 to be completely honest. I don't blame either one of you for not wanting to go in there. But nonetheless, you still managed to finish up. You got, you may be eliminated from the tournament, but you did good. You went out swinging, that's for sure. So it's nonetheless GG's.
Yeah, I was not going to leave this tournament without a fight, and it's a tough gauntlet I got myself into, and I got myself into this mess by not performing great during the Swiss rounds, and had to pay for it with the first round against Brett. And I know Pierpont's a good competitor, so I knew I couldn't get away with much here. So it's just a tough road, and none of these matches are going to be easy. But it would have been nice to have a winning record throughout this entire ordeal.
So, one of the big things that we noticed, Rick, for both you and Pierpont, is for most of the seed, you guys were rather health-starved. You talked about level 3 not having a lot of health or anything and not really wanting to combat those wizards. I mean, at about 30 minutes, I believe, you both were still at just 3 or 4 hearts. So, hearts were really difficult to come by, and I think really that's what held both of you up for a good amount of the seed.
Yeah, this wasn't a find hearts easily seed, I know that. And I already knew I was in a bad luck position because I went through 6. What did 6 have? Nothing good. I went through 7 and find out that the item and the Triforce are 1 room in. 8. I mean, the red ring's nice, but I took the wrong path where I needed to go.
Yeah, you did have quite a few full clears, and then you had levels like 1 and 3 that were obtusely linear. That you, I mean, I know you didn't get the map for 1, but it was literally T with single blocks going up and then single blocks going left and right. There were no alternative paths in 1.
I really had that feeling it was, which is why I didn't try doing any bombing until absolutely having to. I mean, this was just one of those rough seeds, and I would have felt a little happier about skipping items if I had the bow a little sooner, so not getting the bow until late with that level 4 was another rough part of it. It is what it is. It's rough luck, and you can't have rough luck combined with 7 deaths and expect to get away with it against these caliber of runners.
Absolutely. So just quickly, Rick, I just want to inform everyone of other stuff going on. We currently have 3 other races going on right now, all over on Randomania, Randomania 2, and Randomania 3. We have Isolated 999 and Your Majesty on Randomania. On Randomania 2, we have Ryan 7 and the Seawolf 1, and on Randomania 3, we have Jam Eebler versus Dr. J PhD. And then back here on Speed Gaming 2 in about 30 minutes, we have another matchup, and this is quite the matchup between none other than Bresticle and Jake Coper. So a lot of good races tonight still going on for the early bracket stages of this tournament.
Yeah, this tournament is going to be intense in these final stages, so you can only imagine what's going to happen going forward. So definitely make sure you guys follow all of our Speed Gaming channels, Speed Gaming 1 through 4, Randomania 1 through 4, and of course, make sure you give both AdirondackRick and PierpontLempkin a follow as well. Make sure you also give a follow to our Tracker Melee Wizard, and of course, myself and my co-commentator, Crimson Avix. Show us all some love. We work hard for your guys' entertainment. Hopefully, we put on a good show for you guys.
So, do you have any final thoughts, Rick, before we sign off on this race?
Since it's my swan song as far as a participant, I had a rough go with it as far as a runner was concerned, but, just a thank you to the people who put this all together, to Krim and to Fred and to Jake Coper, Jam, and Unos, the admins behind the scenes here, this is something that we wanted to see for a while, and we finally got it here in the fall. And just another case of bad luck coming in to bite me. But I'm not out of this tournament as far as a person in this tournament. I'll still be in the commentator booth. So there we go.
Absolutely, and thank you to you as well. A lot of people don't know. They may see a lot of the admin team and stuff like that, but you and the Greenleaf Effect and Norastra have also put in a ton of work helping us all out with organizing all this. So I want to give a big thanks to you, because without you guys, it wouldn't be possible either. So as Shade says, definitely drop our 2 runners tonight a follow. If for some reason you aren't following these speed gaming networks, follow them, because not only do they have some of our Zelda 1 randomizer races here, they have a bunch of other stuff, including our vanilla Zelda 1 races. They have Link to the Past dailies. They have a bunch of other stuff going on, some Mario. So definitely follow Speed Gaming 1 through 4 to check out all these great tournaments going on.
Guess it's time for me to now practice up my 80%.
Yeah, good luck with that tournament. Shades, anything else? Want to give us the sign off?
I would be honored to do so, my friend. Thank you guys for joining us as always here. We appreciate your guys' time watching us, put on a great show for you. In the meantime, on behalf of everybody here at Speed Gaming, my name is The Shades, that's Crimson Avix, and as always, as I like to say, rock on, guys!